Last Japan video, I promise. Fun fact about me is that I don't only play card games, I actually really love video games as well. I mainly play RPGs and I do own a various amount of different consoles and a PlayStation Vita. Only the real ones will know what that means. Anyways, I love going to arcades. It's not really financially viable in the United States. Like, we do have Round 1 and David Buster's, but they're usually pretty pricey. And there are some mom and pop shops that specialize in like Japanese arcades, but Japan, oh boy, are they a whole nother beast. The big two arcade spots are usually Taito Game Station and the Sega buildings. Like, they're all over Japan, mainly in the big touristy areas, I would say. Now, this being a trading card channel, I do want to talk about the ACCs, or the arcade card cabinets, or arcade card games. Now, in this video over here, I did explain what an ACC is, and I opened up some packets of cards as well, but I'm going to give you a super quick rundown on what they are. An ACC is a card game that can only be played on an arcade cabinet. The type of game varies, but mainly you play this game so you can get these cards. And these cards have like various ways for data to be read, and usually they activate something in the game. The main way you get these cards is by playing the game. You can also get these cards at various card shops around Japan. Now, there are a lot of these games. For this trip, I stayed around Akihabara, so I'm mainly going to talk about the games that were around my area. Quick disclaimer, I did not play all of the games that I see, and I couldn't really get any footage because they're not allowed to film in these arcades, so I did what I could. So I visited 3 arcades: Sega, Taito, and Don Quixote. Okay, that last one is a department store, but in Akihabara there's an arcade in it, so it counts. So I visited these so I could find many different games, so let's get started with the first one that I played. Here's the Kemono Friends arcade game. It's a very simple game, honestly. You have these 3 buttons and you have to push them accordingly to the time on the screen. When you first sign up, you get a card, and these are your character cards. You put in the card in the slot. My dumbass actually put it upside down. But you level up the character, and there are skill cards as well. Here is a sample of the gameplay. Eventually, you can use like super moves. I kind of forgot what they were called. First game, and I got an S ranking. There are my characters leveling up. At the end of the level, you get asked a question. I actually got this one wrong. And then your card prints. And let's see what card we get. It's a skill card, and what the fuck is happening here? Another game played, and I got an armadillo. After another game, I get a super rare anteater and a stamp. After another roll, I got an SSR Anteater, and as you can see, they do look slightly different, and there is slight foiling on the SSR. So overall, these are all the cards that I got. Now, you don't need to play the game to get the cards. There is an option that you can just throw in 100 yen and to just get the card. Also, when you finish a round and you get your card, you can put in 100 more yen so you can roll again and get another card. But in a single playthrough, like one round, you could only get up to 3 cards. Here's a photo of Servo, and here's a photo of me and a penguin. Here's a card list. Sorry that it's slightly crumbled up. You know, I was on vacation. And here's a promotional stamp rally that you could do as well. Here is the Pokemon arcade game. So this game does not use cards, but actually uses chips. What you do is you throw in your yen, you find a Pokemon to catch, you slam on these 2 buttons as quickly as you can to power up your Pokemon. After you beat the wild Pokemon, you can catch them, and then you can choose which one you want to keep, and at the end, you get the chip. Here's a Love Live display and the Love Live cabinet. Have you played Love Live on mobile? If you watch my channel, you probably do. Anyways, this is literally the Love Live mobile game, just with 3D models and on a big cabinet. You can customize your character and stuff. You play the game, you get a picture. I got Yoshiko and Kana. Here's a display of some Fate Grand Order cards, and if you played Fate Grand Order on mobile, that is literally what you're doing. It's just with 3D models. I'm sensing a pattern here. Here's that one game that I mentioned in that card gamer video that I made, which is a strategy game. And here's a soccer game, which kind of works like Dragon Ball Heroes. Here is the Kantai Collection cabs, same as the last ones, just like the browser game, but with 3D models. Here's the Precure machine. It plays like Love Live. Tap the button to the rhythm and you get a card in the end. SAO machine, it's like a dungeon crawler. You walk around, you hit things, and you get loot. Okay, this game, Ongeki Summer, is actually not a card game. It is actually a rhythm game, but it uses cards to keep score and for leveling up. You're going to need an IEMA game card so you can fully get the experience. So you go through the intro, you pick a song. Here is me beating Melt with a pretty damn good score. The best way I could describe this game is if Toho was a rhythm game. It is super fun and I love playing it. And this was actually one of my favorite games that I played the entire trip. So after you finish playing, you go to these side machines over here called card makers. You scan your IC card and you are taken to this screen. Now, I want to improve my character, so I'm going to make a card. I chose her because she's cute, no real reason. I'm going to choose holofoiling because she is my main. So after you wait a bit, you do get the card. Now you can do random gacha rolls for 100 yen, and I did, and I got these 4 cards so far. So these are all the cards that I currently have from this game. And here are the cards in action. You throw them in the front slots and you can level up your characters and keep data and stuff like that. And yes, I did sleeve them. Over in Don Quixote, there's a Gundam cabinet that works like Dragon Ball Super, and right next to it is a Kamen Rider cab. Now these uses chips and not cards. They kind of look like USB drives. And here is one that I played, the Boku no Hero Academia cab. And just a heads up, it's a big warning. Here's a vertical video I shot. So I just finished playing the Boku no Hero Academia game, and look what I got. Nice. So the last clip was actually on my Instagram story, hence why it was vertical. Sorry about that. Anyways, for the game, kind of like Kemono Friends, you tap the buttons accordingly to what's on the screen, and what's cool about this one is that it's actually 2 players, and 2 people could play this cap at the same time. The cards that you get are kind of printed like on photo paper, and so you get the big card, and on the bottom part you could rip off, and you could use that to actually play the game. And I actually kept my Urahara Foro right here on my phone case. Those are a small taste of the arcade card games in Akihabara. As of recording this video, there are always a bunch of them coming out, and I'm honestly kind of surprised that I didn't see any Dragon Ball Super or the Black Clover ones. I know the Dragon Ball one is like super popular. The reason I say that is because card shops in Japan actually do sell like the singles of the card game like in their stores. Like they have them displayed, and they're actually kind of pricey as well. And like I mentioned, because these are card games, in a sense, you could pick up the singles at your local card shop. Or, well, if you're coming here, it's not local. You know what I meant. And there are new card sets that come out for these games like every now and then, especially for the longer ones, like the Dragon Ball Super. Like that one's been around forever. And it even got like a reboot because of it. So there are constantly new cards coming out for these games. For me, personally, I got Super the Kemono Friends and Ongeki Summer and the Boku no Hero Academia one. And those are the arcade games in Akihabara that I have personally seen. And what do you guys think about this? Is this cool? Do you think this will ever come over to the US? I do know that the Dragon Ball Super card game has a version on the Switch and on PC. I haven't played it yet. I've been meaning to, but I gotta borrow my girlfriend's Switch. But yeah, super fun, a very unique way, and it is kind of cool that they combined gacha card games and rhythm games, I guess. Because a good majority of these are very simple, and the whole draw of them is the actual cards. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more card game news and content. And this has been Lunchbox 5930 with Casually Wise Shorts saying I will see y'all in the next video.